Check, check.
What's good, brother?
Coming in swinging. What's going on, Pepsters?
Not much, man. Not much. Middle of the week vibes, as always.
Yeah, sick week, man. Sick week.
What's going
Mhm.
on? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Kennedy, she's found a loophole in the system. She's like, listen, she knows the bus leaves every morning, 7 a.m. sharp. She just knows if she can hold out this sickness to 7:10, day's over, baby. Like the hard part is over. I just gotta fool these old people for 40 straight minutes. Man, I'm golden. Sure enough, 7:10 rolled around. Yeah. Started doing a little peekaboo. So what's for breakfast? I'm like, nah. I done called. I done fucked up my day. Like, you going to sleep. Gonna take these meds, make my pillow. But she's cool. Man. She's one of those overheat at night kind of kids. Come 7:30, she back like nothing happened.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Sickness,
that
man.
that whole up and down stuff
Something's
is
going on.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, man. Yo, something's definitely going around, man. People, if y'all are not masked up or just making sure that you keep your distance, you might want to do that this year. I mean, well, right now, because it's bad out here. Like every other person I speak to is either getting over a cold, have a cold, living with someone that's sick. It's bad out here, man. Real bad.
It's disgusting. My boss went to Vegas for like 3 days. Came back, bad shape. I'm like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? He's like, no, I said I wish. It's cold came with me. I'm like, hate when that goes down, but just
That's
get
a
back
fact.
to it.
That is a fact. Trying to get this mic set up properly. All right, there we go. Yeah, man. So yeah, shit. Wifey's had a cough for a couple months now. You know what I
Months.
mean? It's just
Wait a minute.
yeah, lingering, bro.
Like
Lingering.
since
Like,
2024?
yeah,
Nah, you got to go see a
yeah,
doctor,
man.
man. That's different.
Yeah,
That
she
NyQuil ain't
has.
cured.
She has, man. Shit is just, it's just lingering, And then anytime Darius sounds like he's got phlegm, I get nervous, right? Because with the kids, at least for me, every time he's sick, I freeze. Like, you good? You all right?
Word,
We got to go see somebody. Like,
word,
that shit hits your heart.
word. Every time, every time. It's like nobody said when the kids get sick, me and the wife be drawing straws. Like, I, I did the last day. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You want to step up? My wife took like 4 days straight over the last month and a half with these kids, and I was just sitting back like,
Uh,
yeah, man. I was how you run out of house PTO days? But I had to step up, man. I had to step up.
yeah, that's true, man. That's true. I think it has a lot to do with the season, like SKL said. And what's up, everybody joining on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, everybody on IG. Shout out to Jeff, Shay Sweet Things, SKL, and Tanya, always in the building, man. Appreciate all y'all. Hopefully, all of y'all are doing okay. There's a lot going on so far this year. Just trying to stay healthy, let alone stay employed and keep your civil rights out here. It's tough. It's real tough.
Hell of a juggle.
It's like right on time, man. SKL said, I need help with these kids. It's like, damn.
Hey, me too. Me too. Yeah, how we both hiring? Same position. Yeah. That pays
That's
better
it.
though, so let her hire you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get you with those legal rates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A friend of
Oh
mine
man.
sent, going back to people being sick, a friend of mine sent me a reel and it's like different models wearing like wild outfits and it says kids bringing home different kind of viruses. And it's wild because like one model, she's wearing like some purple outfit with like mad shit sticking out. Another model, she's got on like some lime green and purple shit. And it's funny though. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh man. There's a I don't know his name, but it's this Oscar dude, big fashionista dude. People be giving him ideas. Like, oh, you should dress like the countries. He's like, how am I gonna dress like that? And then he goes on to crush it. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Showing every country, a continent, how they would dress fashion wise. I'm like, damn, Brent's got that shit on. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was going through all the motions, but that dude is dope. If I catch his name, I say it. That dude's super nice with it. I don't know what he does for a living. His budget is unlimited though.
Hey man, listen, there's so many
Mm.
ways to get income nowadays. I'm not surprised, man. But it is tax season, bro. It's in full effect. You know, by now, hopefully, you've gotten your W-2s, or your 1099 investment summaries, profit and loss sheets, whatever it is that you're reporting to the IRS. You know what I'm saying? I know we all, yeah, exactly, right.
Like, what separate account?
Oh man, but it's definitely that season. Everybody calling up their favorite numbers person to start the year, just looking to see if they can get a little increase from last year. You know what I'm saying? Probably claiming some people. You know what I mean? So you know, I was glad that we were finally able to file, man. Like I have, don't ask me why, I have 2 different brokerage accounts. So one of them ended up giving me my 1099 late. So one of them ended up giving my joint late, and I'm like, "What the fuck, guys? Like this shit should be coming out a little faster than normal." But everything's filed, everything's cool, man. How about
As far as
you?
receiving it late, everything's online now. You just get printed on your own.
Still, like it literally said like available February, whatever. I was like, oh,
It's too late.
yeah. I was like,
was the cutoff, baby.
yeah. Tax guy's like, you ready? I'm like, I am. The document isn't, but I am.
I'm about to call you back. Call you back.
Yeah, man.
Over the
you
week,
guys
though,
good on that?
yeah. We got supposed to see him last week. Hopefully this week we can run into him. Not too far from your crib. I have to deal with that. But last week, you know, Kennedy, 4th grade, they had a little like a sweetheart dance. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of hyped. You know what I mean? I thought it was just me and her. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, get a little daddy daughter joint. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the last minute. It felt like, but whatever. Happy for the invite. Ran a nigga 75 cash. Whatever. Shouts to wifey. We get there and I'm mad excited. You know what I'm saying? It's like our first official date. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's me and her. She the front seat and shit. Nobody bothering. That's hype. She had a little dress on. Tried to match her fly. Had a matching coat. We was chilling. You know what I mean? Bruh. As soon as we walked in, she dropped me like a bad habit, dog. She seen she seen the homies. She seen all the girlfriends. Bye, Dad. I'm just standing there holding a purse and shit like.
Oh man.
I had to do the look around in the cafeteria. Spotted the old niggas with no friends. I said, "Oh, that's my
crew." This is you for the night.
It's us now. Oh man, we was over there. Good 35, 45 minutes. Powwow, talking sports, business shit. Bunch of old niggas. I ain't planning on me, but hey, make some fake friends. Then I saw it coming back towards me. I said, "Oh shit, it's dance time." You know what I mean? A little Bad Bunny was playing. I was like, "Put out my realm," but it's baby girl. She asked me, said, "Daddy." I was like, "Hey, what's up, baby?" She's like, "Can I get my phone out my purse?"
Ooh, damn.
Here you go, baby. And I said, I was like, "This is the cheapest thing ever." I ain't get no play. You know what I'm saying? I had to run up on her. Say, "You hungry? You want to eat?" They got cake. Said, "Oh, they got cake." Bro, I said they got cake. She grabbed 2 of her homegirls, like hooked the arms like this. "Oh, they got cake, guys. Let's roll." She didn't even take me to go get the cake order. I was just like,
did she bring you a slice?
My cookies and water? Huh?
Did she bring you a slice at least?
Nah. Oh, sending cancellation. I didn't even want no cake. I was just, you know, trying to get a date. But, you know what I mean? The next time, man. But don't get your hopes up for the dances, man. Wait until you actually get on the dance floor to be happy. Oh man. But other than that, it was dope. It was cool. Got to see her have fun in her element. She rocked out.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. It's the countdown to, you know, more and more times where they're just like, I'm good, Dad, Mom. You know, this is where we draw the line. This is where you stay. This is where I go about my business. Like, it's tough because Darius really doesn't have that outlet yet. So, you know, Shay and I have been very, very lucky so far. But she got her first taste of it when he hung out with his friends. Granted, they ain't really do much, right? They were just on their phones. But you can see that as he starts to get his community, it's gonna completely change. And then we're just gonna be spectators, right? It's gonna be the Darius world at that point.
I was an Uber driver, then turned into security. I think that's all I'm doing. Go buddy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So just moving things along, man. I know we usually have like recognitions and awareness on here. More so on.
I know I'm late.
Right.
I didn't get the right one. Listen, it's married folk, been in relationships forever, right? But as you know, Valentine's is here, right? Silly question, but do you have a Valentine?
Of course.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
nigga. Yeah. My oldest like, hey, Daddy, did you ask mine to be a Valentine? I was like, hell no. What am I asking for? You know what I'm saying? I was kind of crazy to me. I was kind of taking it for granted. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, nah, you gotta ask every year. I was looking at her like, nah, it don't work like that, right? And then I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, are the kids doing it these days? Like, but we're not kids. You know what I mean? So shit, yesterday I was like, I got real close to John. I was like, babe, I gotta talk to you. Look at me. It's like, I'm clearing my throat. I'm like, might be a Valentine this week. She's like, oh, I gotta play the guitar. Oh, she's like, nah, just playing. You cool. I was like, all right. Woo. I was like, shit. I was supposed to be the first and last time I asked that shit. Yeah, just say, don't get comfortable with your position, man. Just check up every year. Make sure you're still alive, bro.
It's very true. You are not lying. You are not lying. Oh man, shit. If she wasn't watching, I'd go do that shit after this. But then she's gonna be like, "Oh, you be like your nephew. Cut it out."
Yeah, just covering all bases.
Definitely. But yes, man. Shout out to all the lovers. Valentine's Day is coming up this Friday, man. You know what I mean. So hopefully you get to celebrate with the one you love, or you know what I'm saying, with the one you is your number one, because side boo day is the very next day. But
one bees need love too.
Yes. February 15th is National Side Boo Day. We have coined that here on FCP for the last 4 years. So whatever category you're in, enjoy your weekend, man. Like,
enjoy your weekend, man. Enjoy your weekend, man. Love is love. Love is love.
Yes, absolutely. But the other thing I want people to be, but before we get into that, the other thing I want people to be aware of is, you may have noticed that certain websites within your institution that clearly are specific to a specific race or gender may be disappearing. We've tried to tell you for the last couple of weeks on the show with the new executive orders, a lot of things may be changing within your institution. Hopefully your leadership or whoever sends out communications has spoken to you about some of these changes and told you that hopefully they're still standing on their mission. But I know I've heard from several colleagues over the last couple of days that a lot of websites have been taken down, have been deleted just because of all of these executive orders. So I just, urge everyone to still stay the course. Don't get discouraged, and listen. Your leadership should be the role model, right? If they're reassuring you, if they're still supporting initiatives, that's great. If you're seeing a lot of things getting scaled back, people are not answering the same emails in the same time frame anymore, that's very telling. But to each their own.
For sure.
Yes. But yes, man, on the politics as usual. Listen, we talked about this, bro. We said it. My man, Mayor Adams, aka our New York Nino Brown, beating the charges, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he had that weekend with Trump. You know what I mean? He did what he had to do. He finessed. And, this man always has a big smile, but the smile's got to be even bigger after this, man. How you feeling?
You knew he was getting off, man. He knew that shit. I knew exactly what he voted for a Valentine, man. He said, I'm voting for my best interest. May not be for the country, but I'd much rather be guilty of them all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's Nino, man. Get that dismissed. Get back to running the city somehow. Got new garbage cans rolling out. Charging niggas home in the leg for him. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely. I think re-election is coming up soon, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see, how this impacts him potentially getting reelected. I think this is his third time running. I'm not sure. I gotta go check. But it would be very, very interesting to see how this impacts the next mayoral race here in New York City. But yeah, man, May Adams, boy. I mean, and it makes me think about his constituents that have resigned, and all of the people that had charges up against them and all that. How do they feel about all of this? I'm hoping, who knows what's happening on their end, but the main guy is good. That's all that matters.
Everybody can get it. The quicker you understand that, the better you want to be
Yeah,
on the other side of the fence. That's all. Not personal, but it's just business, unfortunately.
that's a fact.
While we still at the politics section, Trump has swapped out the Gulf of Mexico for the Gulf of America. And
Is
he
it
wrote
official?
this. He wrote this. He signed this executive order on the plane on the way to the Super Bowl. Nigga,
Wow.
Air Force One signed. Hot. Well, he hopped off the plane, walked into the Super Bowl. When he dropped in New Orleans, he dropped that executive order. Now, I don't know how this works as far as calendars, maps are concerned. Even as a kid, you remember the big rectangle map, you open
Yeah.
that sign in the water. I don't know if they're going to start recalling those, distributing, having social studies and history class and shit. But he swapped that out. I'm not sure what the gain is, but he can do what he wants. Do what he wants.
That's a fact, man. That's a
Um,
fact. Talk about rewriting history.
it said the movement has sparked discussions on national identity versus international relations. Mixed reactions, some supporting, a lot critiquing. But you can't say nothing because you're the president. He is. That's what it is.
Yep.
My other politics is this one's a little unusual. As far as Oval Office speeches and conversation go, it's the president. Nobody else. That's his crib. That's his station to spy. Elon was in there this week talking to the press with his son.
I saw that. I
At
saw
first,
that.
I was like, I, I get it. He's a billionaire genius, running Doge, auditing everybody. I kind of stand by. I kind of stand behind some of these audits. Some a little crazy. You see the numbers, right? But the whole time I'm like, this rich nigga ain't got no babysitters. This little nigga running around, he's doing wild shit. I'm like, nobody can hold up the 6 on the side, something. Like,
Yep.
there's not another person in this house that can watch this man right now. But
That's a
lo and
fact.
behold,
Fact.
he's standing there with his kid, standing next to Trump. He's like, yeah, we come for the Pentagon next. I was like, isn't that a
Yeah.
conflict of interest? Did you see the speech?
Yeah, man. First of all, it was just you could tell he was freestyling because he was just fumbling all over the place. Trump was sitting there like a grandmother who was just frustrated, like somebody better come get this kid. But this is what happens when you put up enough money to get someone elected. You get that type of access, man. And in the news now, you probably heard about it, the whole bid for the open AI that he had out there, like 97 billion or some shit like that, trying to leverage open AI from Sam Altman. Yeah, man. Yeah, Elon's had a busy week. He's had a busy week. Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
asked him, hey, if you go after the Pentagon books, how you gonna validate the SpaceX contributions and back and forth as far as that goes? He goes, oh, no, that check went to those people. Like, you're not the owner of that company.
Wow.
So it's like, everybody look, all the news reporters on each other like, I don't have any follow-ups to this. What do you say?
Yep. Yep.
Big conflict, but does somebody stop him?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think there's even a executive order out there to reduce federal funding or federal spending. They're going after some of the for lack of better words, like a safety net that usually goes to like hospitals. It's a certain fund that goes to them that makes up, some of their I want to say reimbursement or revenue, and that could get reduced significantly, which would really, impact certain places in health systems where, it could impact layoffs, man. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to healthcare news, but Mass General out in Boston actually just had significant layoffs over there. So a lot of this stuff, man, it's not just DEI, y'all. Like they're looking at every single dollar that's being spent using government money, and they are trying to pull back or roll back, if not completely, significant reduction. So if you or your company has any specific federal funding, man, you may want to pay attention to that. Serious. Oh man. All right, so just keeping things rolling, man. Couple questions before we get to the next segment, man. With all of these executive orders, man. The other day I was sending someone a text and I went to click on an emoji. And like I don't know what year they officially implemented it, but now you got different color tones for your emoji, right?
Yeah,
Imagine, yeah. So now imagine if one day they went back to just all yellow. You know what I'm saying? Like you went there to go select your black thumbs up and it was gone. Like there was no change in color tone. There was none of that. It's just you take these yellow, hand signals and keep it pushing, man. Like I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. When they first implemented it, I was trying to roll with it. Like it kind of sucks 'cause it doesn't save the previous. It saves the icon you use, but it don't save the color that you use. So every time you pick on it, you gotta go repick.
Oh, what? It saves my color.
Yeah.
That's the
I
Android.
got a real phone. But
yeah.
but ever since it stopped saving, I just went back to the yellow dude or everything I need. Like whatever, man. It is what it is. Because they got some lighter ones that are non-yellow that are more flesh color as far as the whites are concerned.
Yeah.
But they took away all the colors. Hey, it is what it is. If they kept me with pure yellow, I'm cool. But if it's yellow and lighter, we gonna have a motherfucker. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be real tired.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Oh, all right. The second one I had here, man, and I think this is made its way around social media. What do you think about the 24-hour support only Black businesses challenge? Have you heard about it?
Haven't heard about it, but it does feel like it's not enough time. But go on. I think we got the graphic up for it. And when walk through them.
Yeah. I think this is good for everybody to see. So you've probably, everybody checking us out tonight, you've probably seen some version of this posted by different people. But basically, on February 28th, 24 hours of completely purchasing nothing but from Black owned businesses. I agree with you, Kenny. I think this should be a mindset. It shouldn't just be a Black History Month thing, a 24-hour thing. But I thought it'd be interesting to just ask everyone tuning in tonight, do you think that you could just support Black businesses for a full day? Like,
it's a tough list. This is like the Christmas that my daughter gave me. I'm like, you got front and back to this?
Yeah, man.
What not to do? Okay, let's run through this for a second. What not to do? Don't make any purchases. Do not shop online or in store. No Amazon. No Walmart. No Best Buy. Damn, nowhere. Okay. And listen, 24 hours, easy peasy, right? You can survive. No Walmart, no Amazon, no Best Buy. That's the easy stuff. Shopping online, as long as it's not Saturday at 10, it's a dope drive. We can do that. No problems there. Could you survive without these 24 hours?
Yeah, I think I could, man. Yeah. I think because it's interesting. Like, all you would do is just stock up on everything you need the day before. Like, I feel like, it's a cheat code because, everybody's going to be like, all right, so Friday we're doing this. All right, so Thursday we got to hit everything, y'all.
Empty this cart the night before.
Yeah. But the fast food I'm good with. Gas, that depends, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's just say I needed gas and I, wanted to Stay strong to the 24.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any black gas retailers?
That's a great question. Like,
Like
you
trip.
know what I mean? That's true. That's true.
Damn.
Do not use credit or debit cards for non-essential spending. I can
Ah,
do that. I think I can make
it's
that
my, even though the debit card is black owned, it's mine. You know what I mean? It's a
happen.
necessity. Don't get me wrong. The bank, the bank allow me to use my money, but they're really holding it.
Yeah.
But I would assume my debit card is black owned.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then what you can do, only buy essentials of absolute necessity. I'm assuming they meant there. Um, food, medicine, emergency supplies. Yeah, my wife does a good job of making sure we got that in the crib, so I think we'll be all right. Only
Like the first
support
24.
smaller.
Wait, what's that about?
Yeah, only support smaller local businesses. I don't know, man. They charge more.
They do.
Like, so that's an interesting one right there.
Mom and pop got the mom and pop tax.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, it's interesting. There's
But you walk in
another
there with a
one
credit
that,
card, they're looking at you like, oh boy, oh buddy. It's like
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's a fact. There's another one that I think is a little bit more of a better guide for supporting only black businesses. This was more of an economic blackout. Um, but yeah, I thought it was interesting to bring it here, and see if people really think that they could do this for 24 hours, man. I don't know.
I could do 24 in my head. Easy peasy. I think it's that 48 to 72 window where you start rubbing your neck and looking out the window type shit. So yeah, I need this gas, baby.
Yes, sir.
I should have filled up that can in the trunk. You
Yep.
know what I mean? But
Yep.
I think for 24 we can stay strong.
Yeah, man. Big facts. Big facts. What's good, Fabe?
Baby in the building. Uh-oh.
Yes, yeah. Shout out to
I
Fabe on YouTube.
got a lot of feedback from last week. People loved it. Some people hated it, but they were just Laker haters. So he got grouped up in some hate that didn't involve him. But I get it, fast man.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. That's what happens. That's what happens, man. Oh man, but listen, I think this is the part of the show we all been waiting for, man. Shout out to Tanya. I think she hit me up right. She hit us up right after the game, talking about I need to hear what y'all got to say about this, because a lot was going on, man. Where you want to start, man? The commercials, game, halftime show.
New commercials, game. That's time for last.
Gotcha.
All
right. So the three commercials that really stood out to me, and I know there was a lot of good ones, y'all. So forgive me if I missed them. The first one that really hit home, pulled at the heartstrings, was the Pfizer one. It was I'm gonna knock you out with the little boy running through with the gloves. And you could tell like it was going somewhere, like just from the haircut. And that one really hit the heartstrings about the work that they're doing for people taking cancer treatment. So that one was the first one that I noticed, man. What about you?
my first commercial messed me up. Actually, I think it's Tom Cruise. There's another new Mission Impossible coming out. I was like, another one? I'm like, I'm not even sure if that's him anymore doing these stunts, man. That's gotta be AI, bro. It's gotta be. You know what I mean? He's old, but hey, it's Mission Impossible. I've seen the first 7. I'm gonna catch this one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him still doing it.
Why not?
No gray hair neither. I don't know how he's doing it.
If you're gonna age, man, that's how you age. Like unless there's something else that he's taking, but that's how you age, bro. It's just like nonstop, man. The guy still looks like he could outrun anybody. It's crazy.
Word.
The second commercial that really stood out to me that I had issues with, I was like, somebody gonna have a problem with this one. It was Seal the artist with his face, his face superimposed on the animal, the seal, singing. Like, to me, that set black people back for centuries, because I just like there's got to be boundaries, man. Like I get it, they cut you a check, but damn it, Seal, like where's the respect, bro? Like, nah, man, I had a problem with that one, man. I didn't get it.
listen, and there's an age gap there. My kids don't know who the fuck Seal is. So when the Seal actually popped up on a rock, and Jen was like, "Wait a minute." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a Seal." And my daughter's like, "Yeah, but who is that?" I'm like, "That Seal." It's like, "No, who's that?" Like they put a face on the Seal. Like I'm like, "Nah, baby, it's Seal." She's like, now she's getting mad at me. Like, "Dad, I know what a Seal is. I'm trying to ask who is face." I'm like, "I know you're mad. Not your fault. He's a singer. His name just so happened to be Seal." She goes, "Oh, well, this is stupid." I was like, "Yes,
Thank
welcome to
you.
the party." Now we're all on the same page. We all can agree that the bag had to be massive.
Yes.
For them, like I ain't seen it making sense. Bills might have been due, and he probably was able to do it from the crib. There's like, listen, all we need is your face. We need to sing this song real fast. We'll do the rest. It's like, you sure? We are positive.
That's the fact. Like
I
would
sent
love.
niggas back.
I would have loved to have been there when he got the call. Like he'll see it. We got this great idea for you. It's going to be a commercial during the Super Bowl, man. It's going to get so many views. He's like, yeah. What are we doing? Am I singing? Am I acting? Like, what's happening? We're going to superimpose your face on an actual seal while you're singing. Like,
I know like 6 times. You have to go, run that by me again. Maybe I missed something.
I'm sorry, man. Nah, bro. Nope.
Enough pesos in the world for me to put a seal on my face. Oh,
man. But then again, I know how much the Super Bowl pays for those commercials. So I agree with you, man. I think something to make Seal do that, something that wild, it had to be good money in it. I'm sorry.
Stupid bags. Another commercial that caught my eye, unfortunately for the wrong reasons, because the first 24 seconds of this 30-second, excuse my language, it was a healthy way to. It was titties. There was different flashes of titties, doing this, doing that, breast hair, breast there. I'm like, I got the kids. I'm trying to watch Super Bowl. Like, what is happening here? Like, I'm like, they better turn this shit around quick. Like after a while, after like the 15th, like me and Jen looked at each other like, yo,
it's like so porn.
I'm like, yo, if Kanye show up, I'm like, this nigga done lost his mind. Turns out it was a breast cancer awareness commercial, and I was like, whew, nice way to clean this up, but they should have led with that in the beginning. That threw me for a loop. But I was like, you know what? Go get checked out. Very important. It's always for cancer, so however you got to get the attention for people to go do it. But first 20 seconds got me going.
That's a fact. And the last one that really caught my attention, man, was the Instacart commercial where all the mascots for the different brands were running to the house. I thought that, like, you saw the Arm & Hammer dude, he was booking it. Mr. Clean was booking it. I was like, yo. And then what was it? At the end, the wife was like, we forgot the milk. You see the cow on the scooter. Like, that was hilarious, man. It's fucking hilarious, man.
That was definitely a good one.
Yeah, man.
Any other commercials come out?
There was
like one of the Lilo and Stitch. I'm not into it, but the kids was hype. I was like, cool. That's to the calendar.
Yeah, that's a fact. I thought the Nike commercial was cool with like Asia and them. I thought that was very dope. That was a nice touch by Nike. Was good. High Life. Shout out to High Life over on IG, man. Appreciate you always tuning in.
I also found out with Nike that was their first Super Bowl commercial in like a good maybe 8-9 years. They've been skipping it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you're Nike. Like Budweiser, Pepsi, we get it. You're here every year. But you don't need to spend those dollars if your brand ain't gonna change. Pepsi still got Pepsi. You know what I mean? Some people just there's so much you can do. Either one is or not. You know what I mean? But it was cool to see Nike come back to the main gate.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. All right, yeah. So the commercials were cool. No, yeah. That's dope. There was a lot of them. I'm pretty sure, we could be here all day with them. There was a lot of good stuff. I thought the Clydesdale with Budweiser was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
The horse pushing the keg all the way back. But yeah, man, good stuff, good stuff. All right, so let's get into the pregame show, man. How you felt about that?
Yo, it was good to see Master P. I forgot we was in New Orleans for a second. You know what I'm saying? He did a quick
True.
walkout. I was like, oh shit. I think,
True.
he's like the ambassador of music or something like that in New Orleans. I didn't know. But I thought he was going to be the no limit. I mean, the takeout. But I was like, nah, it wasn't in the budget. It wasn't in the budget. But
Right.
I like the beginning. The pregame show it was blackety black. It wasn't a white person on the field for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool to see. It was cool to see him. Kind of give him a little bit of flowers. You know what I'm saying? He is from the hometown for sure. But it was good to see him represent.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
definitely.
didn't. Who else? I'm sorry, go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah, anything that has like the marching bands or anything like that, keeping it real New Orleans, keeping it real culture. Love that shit.
Yeah. The walkout with Tom Brady and Strahan walking over to Lady Gaga. I was looking. I was like, wait, this isn't a commercial. Shh. Wait a minute. I think no, I turned to the channel early, but is this live? It's a thing. This is the first time I was like figuring out that there's a real pregame show. I was like, oh shit, they worked this shit the fuck out. This what's up. Shouts to Gaga. That was cool to see though.
Yeah. Even the commercial Tom Brady did with Snoop. Just talking about the nonsense behind the hate. It's sad. And like they said in the commercial, it's sad that we got to make a commercial about hate so people can realize how stupid hate is and how people hate on each other, how it really makes no sense, man. But definitely love the pregame show, man. But let's get into this game, brother. It's not a lot of great things to say about this game. I think after about the second quarter, things got bad. Man.
It's like a little shaky. I ain't gonna lie, 10's it. I was like, this is normal.
Yeah.
This is patty time. You know what I'm saying? They turned that nigga into a patty melt. He was done, bro. Nothing to do, man. That front four was vicious on him.
Yeah, man. If you would have told me before the game that the Chiefs would have held Saquon to less than 60 rushing yards and get blown out the way they did, I'd have been like, you're full of shit. Like, there's no way. It's Pat Mahomes. It's Travis Kelce. You know what I mean? This they've been here before. This is the same team that comes back from being down. And it's just shout out to the Eagles defense. Like, I've never seen outside of what I think the Seahawks did to the Broncos a while ago. I've never seen this kind of dominance by a defense in the Super Bowl. You probably could go far back as like that Ravens Super Bowl win.
Giants over the Pats when they shut time down.
And
honestly, the Eagles took the same playbook that the Giants had against the Patriots. Just let your front four dominate. Boy, did they.
They did. They did, man. That offensive line looked like they just started the day before.
Yeah, it wasn't ready. It wasn't ready for the speed, the athleticism. They got a bigger front on both sides.
Yeah,
so it was just hard. It was hard for Kansas City to keep up.
Yeah.
Another weird thing to start the game though, because Eagles had the ball. It was 4th this time. I said, "Oh, we're going for it early." All right, Brown. 20 yards out of play. He said, "Oh, it's gonna be a game."
Mm-hmm.
Seen the laundry on the field, the yellow laundry. I said, "Oh, the fix is in." This is gonna be one of these games. I was tight. I was ready to walk to the bathroom. I was like, "This ain't it, man." I was tight, but it made up for it. The very next drive, there was another bullshit call. Go another way. I was like, "All right, get the tap." If they're gonna be calling this bullshit all game, this is bullshit all game on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you saw those early penalties? What was your thoughts?
Yo, man, I thought it was trash. I was like, let them play. You know what I mean? Like the one where, you know what I'm saying, against AJ Brown, I was like, fuck, I'm going to hear from Kenny. Watch. If they win, Kenny going to be like, see, I told you the rest was on their side. Like, so instantly, I was like, come on, man, don't do that shit. Like, if the Chiefs going to win, let them win the right way. But yeah, right, like you said, right after, then they caught McDuffie. I was like, damn, all right, well, here we go. You know what I'm saying? This is Eagles scoring territory. I've never seen the Eagles fail that much. I'd love to look at their percentages when they're in the red zone. I think it's very high. So yeah, it was natural. They were going to score. I'm like, all right, well, the heat's on you, Pat. You know what I'm saying? You got to move the ball. You got to figure things out. And he couldn't figure shit out. Like every time he looked up, you know what I mean? That man saw Patrick Mahomes has not seen that much green since he signed that extension. Like there was an eagle in his face every time he snapped the ball. And when he tried, you could tell he couldn't really trust his legs. When he tried to maneuver, they wasn't going for it, man. They watched that tape and Brady broke it down. They were saying before they played him in that Super Bowl, they watched nothing but film on what he likes to do, how he moves, and that's how they came out and played him.
Speaking of green, your boy's walking outfit, when he came with the Kelly green suit, I said, oh, this is either going to be top tier cockiness or you're going to burn this suit tonight. I was like, yo, he walking in for the 3 feet with the Kelly green checker joint, the double-breasted joint. Oh, this nigga, you know, these same middle America glasses. Oh, that boy cold. But then I saw Hurts. I saw he be hurting niggas. That pure purple. Whoosh. I was like, I said that boy smooth as eggs.
So about to be some purple rain on that field, boy.
It's raining clouds on them niggas.
Man, that was a hell of a performance, man. But listen, to me, the Eagles defense was looking at Mahomes like he was barbecue chicken, man. And dude, like, you know, if they can bring that front four back next year, I think their receiving core is pretty much locked up between Devontae and AJ Brown. Of course, you got Jalen, you got Saquon, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I mean, were you surprised by the outcome?
The outcome, yeah. I thought even though it was getting manhandled, it would still been a little closer at the end. I thought there would be a little bit more Mahomes magic in the second half.
Right.
But it was more of the same from the first. I know those last 2 touchdowns to was it Worthy? It's kind of, it was just
weird, man. Yeah.
It was garbage points at this point. You know what I mean? It's just trying to get some stats and make it respectable on paper. But it was seeing 40 points put up, and like you said, Saquon not being a huge factor. It was just weird to see. But happy it came out that way.
Yeah. Do you think, like watching the game, was there anything that the Chiefs could have done? Any adjustments that, you know, if you're Andy Reid, you would have made that you think would have helped?
I would have pulled Kelsey. That nigga was lazy all game. There was a couple spots. It was one scramble specifically. Mahomes running for his dear life. And Kelsey just standing there in the middle of the field, just watching his boy run for his life. They got the hand up like, yo, I'm over here, bro. You see me? You see me? You see me? He ain't giving nobody none of that. He just standing there watching your man run for his life. Then almost fumbled at the end of the tackle. I was just like, Kelsey just, there was a couple blocks he missed, immediate sacks off the guy you were supposed to block. I would have pulled that nigga to the side. Yo, I know your girl up there, but don't think you gonna get embarrassed on this YouTube TV, my nigga.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, he needed a talking to. His morale was down. Like, I think after they got down like maybe 17 zip or some shit like that, he was just deflated, and he just stopped playing at that point. They should have pulled him earlier. Outside of that, there's nothing the defense could do. They were just trying to maintain. They lost that time of possession. That's the best defense against the Pat Mahomes of the world. Just keep the ball out of his hands. Their time of possession definitely showed that. It hurt him.
Yeah, and Chris Jones just looked defeated, man. Like you could tell, man. He was just like, yo, I'm doing everything I can. Saquon is not even the one that's killing us. But we can't score. We can't even get a field goal out this motherfucker.
Like, we can't even get close enough to kick it.
Yeah, that was crazy. I felt for Chris, man. He did everything he could. Even Wharton was out there doing this thing. That was hard to watch. If you're the Chiefs,
Jones got his neck fucked up at one of the early tush pushes. I think he went down too low. Some shit. Oh, man. It was all downhill after that.
Yeah. If you're the Chiefs front office, what's the first move you make in the offseason?
We got to beef up our offensive line, man.
Mm.
We just seem too little out there. I don't know how you would do that across the board, but everybody got to get evaluated now on that whole offensive line. He was, and there was no blitzing. There was no blitzes. There was just a front four just out manning you
Yeah.
straight up. It's us four, and we get in there live.
Yeah.
Yeah, his front five got to get looked at heavy.
That's a
The
fact.
first order of business, though. If I was in the front office over there, what would you change on your side?
Oh, I agree with you. I think the O line definitely needs some looking at. And I look at Kelsey and I'm like, is it time for him to kind of think about hanging it up? And to your point, it wasn't a very productive season for him. And if I'll have to check the stats from last season, but I don't think last season was that great for him neither. And granted, I know he's getting older, wear and tear. But when your go-to, like we've seen Gronk, no matter how much pain he's had out there, be Tom's go-to no matter what. And this was the first game where I saw where Travis just wasn't there for him. And I'm not saying like it was solely his fault, but in those moments, like you said, when he could have been blocking, when he could have been motivating people, it just looked like it wasn't happening. So now you got to sit down with Travis to say, has the podcast deal, has your relationship with Taylor, are you still hungry for this? That's very telling.
He got 2 Super Bowls in the pocket. He's trying to get. I think he's trying to get his third and get out of there. Honestly,
yeah.
You know what I mean, this is his first time he has to go home to his lady as a loser.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because they got together on that first Super Bowl season, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he had hardware that year. All seasons dope after you win. No biggie. Second season, easy peasy. Took care of business again. Almost had the perfect season. You know what I mean? Another great off season. 2-time winner. And then third one, they kind of coasted to get there. And I think they were just hoping them being there was enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nah. Philly came to play. He said, "You thought we forgot, nigga? 25 months ago, we was right here. You thought we forgot?"
Yeah. That
shouts
shit
to
back
the
was
boys.
real.
Philly did it.
No, definitely, absolutely. And my final question, man, do you think the critics finally, shoot Jalen Hurts some bail, or does now the narrative become, well, he didn't get 2, he needs 3, or he needs to win, another MVP, or I don't know if he's won the MVP already, but like, do you think he finally gets some slack, or is this just another accolade he needs to meet per critics?
Professional sports is the hardest thing to keep up with in this life. Because, before the Super Bowl, you never had one. And as soon as you get one, Tom got 7. It's like, fam, there's no middle ground. Remember the LeBron thing? Yeah, he can get here, but can he get one? Can he get one? Had to go to Miami. Got one finally, right? One. It's like, they keep moving the goalposts, but I assume all the comments is the haters are gonna be like, yeah, you got one, can he get 2? He ain't got no MVPs though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, they're gonna keep pushing this ladder further and further. He had the Alabama stunt. In college, he was good. Cut the dreads off, came here. He's been efficient since, and he's been getting better every year. So next year gonna be very interesting though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But to your point, man, shout out to the Eagles, man. Great season. Super happy for Saquon, man. There were some pictures that I think were a little too much from when he won what was it, I think offensive player of the year, and now with winning the Super Bowl. I think we'll get into them later, but super happy for Saquon. And listen, man, Nick Sirianni, you could see the emotion in his face, like, getting criticized after not getting to the mountaintop 2 years ago, getting right back, handling business. I know he wanted to run it back with Kellen Moore, but so far it looks like Kellen's heading over to the Saints. It made sense, right? Like Kellen didn't really have to go far. He was probably house shopping that weekend.
It's not here. It's not here. Putting bucket two plates.
Yeah,
But speaking of Sirianni, this might have been the earliest Gatorade pour I've seen in some time. It was like maybe 2.5, 3 minutes left. Don't get me wrong, the game was out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as man onside kicks, they wasn't getting no 2 points. It was a lot going on, not in their favor, but I'm like, yo, they poured the Gatorade on. How much time was left? I looked at the clock. I was like, everybody else just started packing shit up. I was like, all right, yo, any leftovers? Are you good? So everybody else started moving.
Yeah, man. I figured that. Like after that last drive where they had to, I think, settle for the field goal, you saw everybody you saw Saquon taking off most of the arm gear and stuff. I was like, yep, they packing this up, man. They just go celebrate for the next 6 minutes. Like
backup started coming in. I was like, wow.
Yeah, bro.
That's real.
I was like, damn.
I respected it.
Definitely. But all right, man. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the Eagles, man. Great win. But the talk of the town and probably the best thing about this game was the halftime show, man. Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl. Let's start with the set list. What song did you think he was gonna start with?
I was thinking about this all week. Like me personally, I think Backseat Freestyle is just an automatic. It's automatic. But then I'm thinking again, I'm like, you know what? I think Kendrick's first time at the Super Bowl. A couple years ago with Dre and them, he played Backseat, and it's all right there. You can't replay songs at a Super Bowl. Like it's
very true.
No one's ever got back to say it was frowned upon, but you don't want to be the first nigga repeating songs like this. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, the fact that he did Backseat then, he did It's All Right Then. I kind of ripped those off. I didn't think it was going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
But there was still a lot of hits I felt he left on the table. He could have did.
Absolutely.
What was your thoughts on the set list?
Listen, I liked what he represented. There were a couple of joints on there, and I didn't listen to like per se. Like the opening track, I didn't really listen to that one. The other ones I knew fairly much. I thought the set list tied to the message that he was trying to send. But there were moments where I had to remember that it's a little tougher for rappers when it comes to entertaining a crowd. And there were moments where I confused this with your typical performers, right? Like we look at last year where we had Usher. Like that's Usher, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. So I had to kind of scale back what I was expecting and then really lock into what was happening. And after I did that, I started to appreciate the set list a lot more. Hearing Peekaboo on a national stage like that was gangster to me, man. I don't think a song like that will ever make it to a halftime show for the Super Bowl again. And then Luther, Luther always hits. And to me, anything with SZA is gold.
Yeah, I would have liked to see some more SZA for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But her set was cool. She got a couple tracks. They did the Luther joint. Had to do that. They did the Black Panther joint. That was a hit. Can't get mad at that. But I would have liked for her to do one solo joint. She got a cool little catalog too. She could have did something real fast, but hey, she came out and did her job. Came and left. Not mad at that. It was back to the Kendrick show.
Yeah.
I got a question. What was your first thoughts when you seen Samuel L. Jackson on the screen?
Oh, I was like, it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit. Anytime you got Sam introducing, talking, man, the man made Capital One commercials a hit. Like you can't be mad at Sam. What'd you think?
Right. So many like double and triple visual unconscious.
Yeah.
We all appreciate Kendrick from the artist standpoint, far as just being able to bring those lyrics, have them heavily, have them dense and layered. But the visuals on what he was doing, Uncle Sam showing up, and listen, Samuel L. Jackson has been through the ringer. Him saying this is, this is how you play the game and all that shit. He's played that game his whole life. Civil, civil rights shit all the way up to today. He's been there, you know what I mean? So if anybody could tell you how to play this game, Sam could, you know what I'm saying? But the whole, patriotic kind of feel to it, I said, oh, he's killing this right now. But there was that one point when he's, I don't want to jump ahead too far, but when he said, the duck one life, after he had the dudes on the pole when he did the man on the garden part, I was like, it means something, but I don't know what the fuck it mean right now, but I know it's some deep shit here. I was like, there's a lot of little Easter eggs in there that we'll never just know. We got to keep thinking about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love like right after his intro, it gave the whole PlayStation reference with the buttons. Anybody who's a lifer gamer, I don't know if Fabe is still with us, but as soon as they did that, it was like, oh, okay, Sam's talking about the game. Here goes PlayStation. That's been America's game for a long time. I don't give a fuck if you love Xbox One. PlayStation has always been it. If you look at promotion and all of that. So now, just now watching them go into talking about doing the American flag after that, that was one where I was kind of staring at it, trying to look for what message they were trying to send. Did you catch the message right away?
As far as the red and the blue, I don't know if he's trying to do the whole gang ties. Happens to be the same color as the American flag.
Right.
But the fact that it was split down the middle, you were standing there, that was dope to me. All head mechanics, everybody super in sync. Yeah. Had to do a quick 1-2. I was like, okay, more than I expected. But seeing a divided America, that's what I kind of took from it.
Yeah, the small corner of blue and then the rest being red and white made me think about like our current state of our administration. Like there's not much democratic power in any of that. You know what I mean? And then the head bobbing was like, well, shit, that's pretty much how Trump has everybody. Like, I want to do this, and everybody's just like, sure, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it was just kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? That kind of resonated. What I didn't catch was the PlayStation setup and the prison yard. That one I missed.
Prison yard?
So there's a shot, if you go look at like on social media, there's a shot of the actual, it has like the lighting of the remote, and it literally looks like a prison yard setup where everybody's just like in their own little locations doing little shit. And it literally looks like that, man. I totally missed that during the performance.
That boy deep.
Yeah, man.
I even his regular videos leading up to this moment, like they all got Easter eggs in them that they got for the internet, because I don't have the time to do the research. I just be taking in shit that I be seeing and hearing, like, oh, that's what that meant? Interesting. Yeah. Some of them be a little too far-fetched. I'm like, all right, I don't think Kendrick was thinking that deep. But he could have been.
Yeah. and then there was the part where it had warning wrong way in the crowd. I totally missed that. But if you are a video game player, if you start going in the wrong direction in certain games, they let you know you're going the wrong way. So, and they're saying the foundation of that is, warning black people, like, listen, man, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? Like, so I thought that was deep. That was definitely deep.
Sam Jackson too. Kind of kept pulling them, kind of kept reeling them back in, like, hey. That's the cheat code. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do this, you can't do that. We're not expecting all that from you. You know what I mean? But Sam Jackson he held him down in between the sets.
That's a fact. The little jabs where he was talking about, he wanted to play their favorite song, but he know they sue. That one was just like, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?
Kendrick gotta be the pettiest, sassiest thing I know. Good enough he's doing this in bell bottom Celine's. I was just like, he's stepping all on the back of his pants and not giving a fuck. But
Yo,
and he put his
oh
hand on his head
man,
like, you know they want me to do it. You know these
yeah,
niggas be doing. I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, this boy, man, he's a trip. And I ain't gonna
Tanya,
lie,
you
I
got
wasn't sure if he's gonna do it.
that's true. That's true. Tanya over on IG said, "Did you guys see pedo spelled out?" I no, I didn't. Somebody sent
I
me
gotta see
that one.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, the diabolical looks into the camera and the smiles,
Oh,
and then when
this
he
is
transitions over to the joint with Luther, I was like, all right, you had me. You had me for a
I,
second.
I definitely moved up like it was the fourth quarter of my seat. I was like, oh, this is
Yeah,
it. You about to do it. The assistant came out, I was like, he just bullshit. He
yeah,
just bullshit.
yeah. But yeah, man, he played it, man. He plays it, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Like, let's see how he, dances around this. Does he mix up the lyrics? Does he say Drake's name? Like, and he didn't mince anything. It was just, yeah, I'm gonna keep out the explicitives, but other than that, y'all gonna get all these other words that
He let that shit fly.
oh my god.
And the
Oh,
way, and throughout the last few days, you've seen some people with their personal camera angles. You can see the whole field. But the way they shot it for the TV viewers at home, like even the peekaboo part, when a nigga literally popped, I said, peekaboo. I was like, this is too much.
yeah.
This is way too much. Even
Yeah,
sitting on the G and X in the beginning, 1,000 niggas coming out the back seat. I was like,
oh man.
he's having fun with this. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, the visuals just super on point, super on point the
Yeah.
whole way through.
Yeah, man. And to have Venus out there, crip walking. I know she got a lot of slack for doing it before, but it was like to do that on the halftime stage, you know what I'm
Serena,
saying?
do she
And
walk?
then and then you could tell she never missed leg day out here, man. Like Serena
Look
was
at
out
that.
there.
Look at that work. She never skipped a day. She been retired
Not a
like three,
day.
4 years. She can
Not a
take a
day,
break.
man.
Not this
Yeah,
one, man.
man. Yeah.
She did her
Shout out
thing,
to
man.
Serena. Shout out to Serena for doing her thing, man. And it's everything so calculated with Kendrick. You gotta appreciate this. And then of course, going into turn the TV off, bringing Mustard out. I mean, you to me that was the ultimate homage because yeah, Kendrick's Kendrick, but without that musical genius from Mustard, that song is probably not as popular as it is. So they bring your man out in that, like that was real, bro. That was real shit.
Mustard is having the best 8 months of his life. He said, I made about 4 tracks. I'm good for life. You understand what I
That's
say when
it.
I say I'm good for life? I am good for life. I got a new tag. Like, you know what I mean? I can't even everywhere I go. Don't
Yep.
ever catch me in the condiment lane. Jesus Christ. It's going
Dude.
down.
You
He's
know
bugging.
Hines already is working on the contract, man. Hines is already working on the contract.
Spicy mustard, honey mustard, whatever I gotta do, man. Just put my name on it.
Everything.
He's happy.
Every I was waiting for that commercial to be honest with you. Like I was waiting for a mustard. I was
Word,
waiting for
word.
something.
What
Yeah,
else
man,
happened?
yeah. So yo, listen. I think after that, the whole game over at the end, really just, close the loop on the whole game analogy, man. Definitely shout out to Kendrick for always bringing the creativity. To your point, all the Easter eggs were definitely appreciated. And Sam Jackson, man, to your point, everything he's been through, ridicule as an actor, the roles he's played, everything just tied together. Shout out to Keita. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who that is, that's one of those really good dancer choreographer dudes out there. And I saw him out there as one of the dancers, but also there was somebody out there with a flag. It seems like one of the performers or somebody snuck on with the rest of the dancers, and they had a flag. I think it was representing
Palestine
like
flag.
Palace. Yeah, exactly. And I think it was another. They said it was a blended flag, but yeah, this person came out was waving it for a little bit. I think one of the set managers caught him, ran him down,
Like,
and he's banned from the NFL for life now.
oh, they called it. It was one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, everything be so calculated. I'm like, I won't be surprised if Kendrick written that somewhere too. Just have the strange dude with the flag run out right now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let him get a good 10-second run before security even come out. You know what I mean? Like, he be so calculated. I don't be knowing what's for play, what's for real. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, man, but hell of a halftime show. Disappointing game from a entertainment standpoint, but the Eagles showed why they've been that team since they bounced back from a 2-2 start. And yo, man, praying for the Chiefs, man. That kind of loss does something to your ego. It brings you back down to the earth, but at the same time, it's gonna be a long off season.
Yeah. Listen, hey, the fact that we seen Tom go through it, he'll live. Everybody survives. You know what I'm saying? Get back, work harder, and hopefully you're lucky enough to get back to that mountaintop. And if you get there, don't fuck it up this time. That's all.
True.
You know what I mean? But
True.
yeah,
Man, we'll see. We will definitely see, man. But yeah, yo.
Anything else on your end? I want to ask you about the critic, the backlash on the show.
Just I love the picture that they had with Kendrick, after his performance, and made it look like, almost like the Hall of Fame jacket. Listen, he earned it, man. To Tanya's point, he was perfect, he was masterful. This picture definitely captured the essence of that performance, man. And then I think the picture with Jalen with the confetti, almost wish we had a before and after, right? He had the one where he stayed when the Chiefs won, and now there's his confetti, and his demeanor from every criticism, every loss to now has not changed. And that's something very unique that I hope a lot of young people who are going, aspiring athletes, take into consideration. You take your losses the same way you take your wins, with pride, with glory to God, and with an understanding that you got a chance today to wake up and play the game that you love for who knows what amount of money. That is always a blessing, no matter how the scoreboard ends, when those zeros hit the clock. But this brother, man, and he's done so many things right. This was just meant for him, having an all-female administrative staff around him, dedicating himself to the craft. To your point, everything he went through in college, being written off so many times. Full circle moment for Jalen Hurts here, man.
For sure. Super proud of that dude.
Yeah. Now this picture with Saquon, I got a big problem with this, right? I'm happy for Saquon, I really am. But y'all gonna stop trolling my damn Giants, man. First of all, credit to whoever's making these. I get it. I get what you're doing. I totally get what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But this is enough. Hey
man, y'all shouldn't have cut me, man. That sold me up to 95, man. What y'all wanted me to
do? So I said this last show, and I'm going to say it again, guys. There was to keep Saquon would have put him in the worst situation, because he would not have had the season he had this year. Things happen for a reason, right? Joe Shine, it just so happened that it was documented and put on TV, the decision that was made. But these decisions happen every day in the front office. And just leave us alone. Like, we're trying to figure our shit out over here in New York. We don't need this kind of pressure.
That was. Listen, they lucky he ain't break that regular season record too. He would have had them all.
Oh,
bullshit! This would have been a season of seasons. I think they would have get that one too. Thank God they sat him.
Yeah, man. And I think we got one last picture that I thought was hilarious. Shout out to whoever designed this shit. It's the one with Patrick Mahomes being tackled by some Eagles.
Shit! I'll bring it up. Give me 1 second. Shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh man.
Now we got to show this with y'all, because when I saw this, I was in real tears. The internet is undefeated, and they waste no time. And I think that's why anybody who's chasing fame, you better be very careful what you're chasing after,
Gotta
because
be.
the minute
Gotta be.
you slip up, you're gonna become a popular meme for all the wrong reasons. And oh man, oh man,
And one day long. Give me like 2 seconds. My bad.
no,
Yeah.
no, no, you good, you good, you good,
Oh,
you
that's
good.
funny.
But yeah, man. Here you see the picture with Saquon winning the Offensive Player of the Year, man. Shout out to him, definitely deserved it, man. Hell of a year for that brother. Hell of a year.
Did his thing. Where's that? My home was joint. It was bad funny when I said it. Shit. What else happened? What else happened? What's that? Shit. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Party going over here.
Right. In the meantime, how's everybody doing on social media? Shout out to everybody tuning in from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, IG, man. Like we said earlier, I hope everybody's doing all right. It seems like everybody's sick out here. Make sure y'all masked up. If them kids is sick, lock them up in the room and feed them under the door, because they be bringing home all kinds of stuff from school. It's too much.
Nasty times out there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on to start the year. Starting just like 2024, man. It's feeling like the longest year ever, and it's only February.
Fucking ever.
It's wild. It's really wild. I guess while you're working on that, man, I'll just jump to another topic that I thought was interesting. The Department of Education revoked guidance on Title IX and athletes' pay, and I'll give y'all some background, right? So if you're not familiar, Title IX is a federal law enacted in 1972 that prohibits sex-based discrimination in education programs. The law requires that schools provide opportunities to play a varsity sport that are proportional to the students' bodies' overall gender makeup. One of the long-standing measures of compliance is whether schools provide financial assistance, such as scholarships, in proportion to the number of students of each sex who play sports on campus. If 50% of a school's athletes are women, then 50% of the school's financial aid for athletes must be allotted to women. All right, so we got the picture up. So the funny part about this here, man, is what y'all don't see is the caption actually said, if Patrick Mahomes had Allstate instead of State Farm, maybe he'd be better protected from mayhem like this. That shit had me rolling.
I know. State Farm out there like
catching strays, man. Catching
be
strays.
like that, man. Pick your coverage correctly. No pun intended.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So jumping back to the Title IX update, y'all. So basically, during Biden's administration, he made sure that the NIL deals, that's the name, image, and likeness deals that student athletes get, he made sure that proportionally the finances that were going towards the male athletes in their NIL deals were the same going to the females. And what we're hearing is now the Department of Education is saying that Title IX, and I want to say this accurately, they are saying that Title IX does not apply to name, image, and likeness deals. The U.S. Department of Education said in a statement, rescinding the Biden administration's guidance that schools must equitably distribute direct payments to male and female athletes. Now, this is interesting now because Trump has gone on record saying that he supports women's sports. But at the same time, if this now applies, then schools will now not have to proportionally pay their female athletes the same as their male athletes. So this is still ongoing. A lot of this just came out today, to my knowledge. And this is courtesy of ESPN, everything that I'm reading to you. But things are about to get very shaky, man, because we were just looking at women's sports getting the notoriety it deserves, the value it deserves. We've seen what the NBA has been able to do to add value and revenue to WNBA. So, it's going to be interesting now to see how much longer, women stay in college if this starts to impact the kind of NIL deals they are able to get. So stay
Facts,
tuned for more
facts.
information.
I'm curious to know if the college male athlete will be willing to take a cut, so to speak.
So, and you probably remember this. I think, what's homeboy that's on Colorado, the wide receiver? Um,
Heisman?
huh?
Heisman winner?
Hunter. Yeah, Hunter, Travis
Oh,
Hunter. I believe he was giving his NIL checks to like the other teammates or something like that.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? So like it's your money. So technically once you
Yeah.
get it, you can do whatever you
Hmm.
want with it. So it'll be interesting to your point to see if the male athletes in these schools, if anything does happen for the female athletes, if they're going to change
Yeah.
up how they look at that stuff.
Hmm. I was like, I just like getting money, baby. I don't know, man. That
Yeah.
might be a rough one. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Serious business. Um, so do we want to go back to the last three pictures we had or just keep it rolling
Oh yeah,
forward?
yeah. Some awards was given out right before the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Hall
yes.
of Fame stuff as well. Um, what's that? Listen, let's start off the rookie, right? This guy earned it. This guy definitely earned it. Jaden Daniels, offensive rookie of the year. He did his goddamn thing. I'm if I'm a Washington fan, I'm extremely excited for next year because his ceiling is the sky at the moment. He did his thing this year, and I see no reason why he won't be getting better. So his team is already rallying around him. The city's starting to rally around him. And shit, Washington was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That alone was a feat within its own. You know what I mean? So shouts to him. He did the thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know who else was competing with him in this category. He's the only person I knew about as far as an offensive rookie doing the thing like he doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to him.
No, yeah, yeah. I think the only other offensive player I heard of the most was Brock Bowers, the tight end on the
Oh,
Raiders.
he
Yeah,
was nice. Yeah. He put some. I
yeah.
think he broke a couple records over there too. By the way,
That's a fact.
that's a
That's a
fact.
fact.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, but
Um,
Jaden literally ran away with this one. That's for sure.
we mentioned it a little earlier. Saquon was able to get the offensive player of the year. He earned that as well. But this next one, man, listen, if this ain't DEI in reverse. I don't know. You know what I mean? A couple weeks ago, I said, listen, the loser of that Ravens Bills game, they might give it to him as a charity. He earned
Yep.
it. But they ended up giving it to Josh, even though he won. Lost in the next game, of course. But I don't think a player should be penalized just because I'm still better than all y'all. It's not my
Yeah.
fault, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot of the stats up, he was better in completion percentage, wins, if I'm not mistaken, touchdowns, yards. He just had a better stat season than him. But even if you look at the stats, Burrow beat both of them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's weird. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. The goalpost shifting this shit was rough, man.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts when they made him MVP?
I think this was I think this was the NFL's way of saying, leave us alone now. Like the NFL has said, like NFL is like, you're not gonna get past Patrick Mahomes. We don't know what else to tell you, bro. Take this MVP, be happy with
Sorry.
it. You'll probably never get it again.
Right.
Go and get a Super Bowl, bro. Otherwise, there's nothing else that we can give you in this league. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought. I trust me, when it came across my feed, I was like, I just
I
scrolled
mean,
up,
it's
all right, like,
I guess you gotta give it
yeah,
to somebody. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But he
yep,
got Lamar, but he outgraded himself. But I don't know. It was weird. Like same with Joker the shit in the NBA.
yeah.
If he's still busting ass, do we not give it to him again? Like there's other players, but if he's out doing it and getting another chip,
Yeah,
it ain't his fault. You know what I mean?
very true.
Um, and for the Hall of Fame, man, this one pulled up some heartstrings, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. So they actually did videos of each Hall of Fame nominee actually getting told by close people to them. I think LaDainian Tomlinson went and told Antonio Gates. But this one was really cool, man. Shannon Sharp got to tell his brother Sterling that he's gonna go into the Hall of Fame. And it's typical, right? It's like when you go and visit your brother, you're just like where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? And then you go and you see him, and you can see the unique joy in both Sterling and Shannon's face when finding out that Sterling's going in, man. So first pair of brothers, as you can see here, to get elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, man. Shout out to the Sharp family, man.
Facts, facts. It's funny. I remember Shannon's speech when they let him in. He mentioned his brother, saying like he wasn't even the best one in his house. For some
Mm-hmm.
reason, I just assumed his brother made that very next year. He didn't. You know what I mean? But and it kind of fell off the radar. But yeah, they let him in.
Definitely, definitely, man.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, though, I think Eli got snubbed.
Oh.
Come on, Giants.
Between you figure with all the Saquon trolling, they would have made sure Eli got got in.
Some.
I don't know, man. Maybe like just like our Super Bowl hopes, man. Maybe next year. Like I can't call
Like,
it.
don't get me wrong, Eli will get in,
Yeah,
but
that's a fact.
there's no first time, first ballot. Uh, we know you beat the goat, but outside of that shit, it's like you are average at best, my nigga.
Very
Your
true.
last name just happened to be Madden. You know what I'm saying? But he got. But the dope part is he will get into the Hall of Fame just because he beat Town twice.
Very
Straight up.
true. Very
That's
true.
all you need. That's all you need.
Man. Yeah, man. So before we get up out of here, just a couple of quick TV shows that I've been checking out, and one that's coming up. Well, the first one's actually a movie on Netflix. It's called Kinda Pregnant with Amy Schumer. It's on Netflix. This movie is hilarious. Amy Schumer, not only is she a very funny comedian, but she recently had a baby, and she had some struggles with her weight, and she was actually getting some really bad criticism around it. So she did this film, and it's hilarious because it's just this Amy Schumer. She's always finding a way to make things very funny, and it's about pregnant women, but she goes through something very specific with trying to make friends, and it just shows you how some of the ways that things can impact someone who's trying to get pregnant and the things they'll end up doing. But if you haven't checked it out, man, go check it out. It's a good movie on Netflix. Um, the other show I've been watching a lot lately, Mad Money. I know the show has been out for years. It's with Jim Cramer, and literally for 30 minutes, this guy is just talking about stocks. He has people call in and they can ask him advice on how to invest. And it's got me, man. Like it's got me in chokehold. I've been watching it consistently for like 2 weeks now. And it's as crazy as he talks, and he uses like sounds and stuff like that in between talking, but the guy knows his stuff from what I've seen so far, and you know what I mean, just watching what he says versus what happens in the market. So that show's got me in the chokehold lately. Mad Money on CNBC.
That's a live show, not like a seasons kind of thing, like
No, 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 no. Yeah,
regular. Okay.
yeah.
I'm like, is it giving current stock tips? I can use some of those.
Yeah, he is. Like it's
Yeah,
live. Yeah, oh yeah.
copy. I was
Yeah.
like, I
And
didn't
then
mean to say it was an old show. I was like, damn, missed all the jewels. But
oh
no, it's
no no
current
no
shit.
no
Current
no.
shit. All right, cool.
I'm just late to the show.
Copy. Go ahead.
And then Love is Blind, man. If you've been watching this FCP for a while, I have a love-hate relationship with this show. But I've convinced myself now that at some point we will be interviewing either Vanessa or Nick Lachey about this show, and I want my research on every single season so I can go right at them and be like, this show is against men. Like, this is reverse sexism. I swear it is, because they seem to find some of the worst dudes in the world. They put them on television. They make a mockery of themselves. And then Vanessa just gets them in that damn reunion and just grills them. But then there will be one lady who was probably terrible during the entire season, and they'll get all the hugs and all the sympathy and pity. Man, bro, I got seasons of data, of research. Like, I swear, like, yo, man, I'm telling you, even in the other countries, they got Germany, they got Africa, like they be everywhere and they don't care. Even the other country version of them, they be going after the dudes, man. I'm telling you, fellas, if you get invited on Love is Blind, change the norm. Do not fall for these mofos trying to make you look stupid on national television. This shit gotta stop, bro.
You know what you signed up for, man. you know I mean, it's Death Row, baby.
this shit gotta fucking stop, man. Like, what is happening now, man? It's Love is Blind, and then what's the other one? The Ultimatum, the last one that they just had. Like, dude, literally was, and before they matched up, literally was sitting next to the dude and said, I got me a hall pass. Then, like, once they're matched up, he meets up with the other dudes and says, accuses one of the other dudes of saying, I heard you said that I was out here saying I have a hall pass. And I'm sitting there next to Shay. I'm like, I remember somebody saying that. I just don't remember who said it. Yo, at the reunion, they played a clip where this dude says it himself. And I was like, you see? This is stupid.
Niggas up.
Yo, I'm like, dude, there's cameras everywhere. There's mics everywhere. There's nothing. There's hot mics everywhere, bro. There's nothing you're gonna say that's not gonna get out there. And then on top of it, the girl that he left there, like he didn't leave with her, she had receipts on this nigga about some shit he was lying about. Yo, I can't, bro.
These reality love shows, man. They're not for the weak. They're not for the weak, man. I don't know. I don't even know the name of the show. But there's a Spanish-based show I've been seeing clips of where they got the partner watching the other partner on camera doing wild, flagrant shit. And this is one dude the internet was riding for him. I don't know if his name was Antonio or some shit like that. But this girl was smashing some other dude. And he's watching it on a big screen. But it's like a quarter mile between where he's watching this live and where it's actually going down. You see him on the beach calling her name and shit, trying to get to the house. He get close. They start smashing harder. I was like, yo, it's just you.
Oh, no.
And the whole thing's in Spanish. And Jen's not next to me. I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. But that nigga is in pain. I'm like, yeah, they just niggas, they paying your heart on TV, laughing at y'all.
That's a fact, man.
Hey, man,
that's nasty work. Nasty work. All right, man. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Good luck to the girls. They got playoff games this weekend. Wish them the best. Yes. Happy Valentine's to everybody. Happy Sabu to everybody else. Outside of that, that's all I got. What's you this week? What you got for the people?
Listen, man, same thing that Kenny said. On top of that, man, episode 4 of Economic Empowerment Podcast is out, man. Check out all the great information around hotel franchising. It's hosted by Ramel Lee and featuring Marcus Thomas. Marcus is giving a lot of really good information on there about hotel segmentation, what you should look at as far as when you're first getting into the foray of hotel investing. And then, of course, just being very relatable throughout the conversation. It's not a bunch of 50-point Scrabble words, y'all. It's literally like you're sitting there talking to a good friend, giving you advice on how to invest. So if you're not following us already, make sure you subscribe before you get off here and go check out Economic Empowerment Podcast, episode 4. A lot of really good information on there. I was actually on a webinar Ramel did last night. Really good stuff, man. Just giving people all the different levels of investing, giving them the backgrounds on the Regulation CF and how his hotel fund is enabling people who normally wouldn't meet the criteria to get into a fund like this to be able to invest. So Listen, I'll keep saying it on this show until you have to pay to hear it. Right now, the information is free, y'all. It's free. It's free. All you gotta do is listen and apply it, right? Do not come harassing us when the price goes up. I'm not gonna be able to help y'all.
No, they are.
I swear, I'm not gonna be able to help y'all, man. Other than that, y'all have a good night. We appreciate y'all spending some time with us tonight, man. See y'all next Wednesday.